No, it didn't. I don't think so. I'm using the same amp, same guitar. Michael's still singing. You know, it's the same kind of rock and roll. Maybe a little more folk rock. Yeah, but we dabbled with folk rock, even with the third single was Lying All the Time. The first single, Pain in My Heart, even with the original singer, was kind of like television folk rocky, Neil Young. So it was always there. I like folk rock. Michael would answer. That's a Michael question. It's great to just see the world and play and meet a lot of people. I really enjoy meeting and seeing the world. That's really, and touch people if we can touch their lives, and vice versa. You know, I've been doing it since I was 5 years old, so it's all I wanted to do. There's no motive outside of just really, being inspired by, seeing like the Rolling Stones when I was 5. So that, those things really, it got me interested into playing guitar. Yeah, no, I still feel the same as when I was in high school, when I was 17. So my brain cells died there. Well, let's put it this way. Since 1989, it was the first European tour. Pepe always wanted to do tours with us. And we just kept on failing, and it wasn't worth coming over. Then Rock and Roll album came out. We licensed 12 flights up to Pepe at Record Runner, and he came out in the Netherlands, Canada, simultaneously. So that pretty much started opening doors in all the different countries. And then when Rock and Roll came out, it was like a light switch, and everything opened up. And Pepe says, we did a European tour in April, in May. And, Holland was cool, all the different countries, Germany, there was a lot of people coming out, but it was almost like you were watching me play, where everybody just kind of stood there, rolled cigarettes. Italy was a little wilder, France, at different areas in France was wild, but the minute we played the first show in Spain, I think it was Burgos, to a small audience, it was wild. I'm like, you know what, this is really what I expected our music to do to people. So Spain has been the best, as far as responsive to responding to garage music. I don't know what it is. It's fantastic though.
Tell me alive.
I don't really know. I mean, we had a hard time capturing the sound of the band on vinyl or, you know, CD or tape, whatever. We had a hard time putting it to tape. And I think a lot of it was the engineers didn't have an idea of what we wanted to do. They were more in that 70s, you know, the boxy drum sound, like Eagles and Foreigner or whatever, like from the mid-70s, and that's not what we wanted. We wanted more of a 66 sound, 65. And no one really got it. Even rock and roll was, I thought, recorded inaccurate. Tim Kerr did a pretty good job. Eric Lindgren did a pretty good job on Get Our Way. That was more psychedelic. It was still very trebly. Couldn't hear the bass guitar again. Jim Diamond, the last album, I think is what we sound like live. He was the first person, like I'm making coffee. I turn around, I said, Jim, we drove from Pittsburgh to Detroit 5 hours, and you didn't even have the equipment set up. I called him from, says, look, get ready, we'll be there in 5 hours. And he didn't have anything set up. And I'm a little, you know, blindsided by it. I was not pissed off, but, you know, just, and I said, where's the coffee? I need to make coffee. So I go make the coffee. I turn around, everything's ready. It was like, and it worked that fast. I mean, we recorded the record in a few hours. Peebly and Angel were finished, and they go, okay, we're going to go visit Motown. They were like, where's the keys to the van? They were tourists. And we did some overdubs, and then I went up at Christmas time and did the 12 strings, some harmonies, tambourine, and we were done. It took about 3 days to do the whole record. And it captured the live sound. It just sounded like an atomic bomb. So I like it. Even folk rock garage, we're going to go there again. That's tough. Baby What's Wrong is always, like every time I hit the fuzz box, people go nuts on that. So that's probably the fans' favorite. I really don't know. I mean, Yeah is a really great tune. I mean, ABBA seems to be going over the last 2 years. When we played ABBA, we hit a nerve this last summer tour. We did the spring, May, and June, and everybody wanted to hear ABBA. So I'm like, you know, I don't know. I really don't have a favorite, but they're close to all favorites. Now I'm Alone, Close to Me, Get My Way, Love Me Then Go Away. Some ballads, you know. This is the type of club. I like the hardwood floor ballrooms. Even when I was in high school and played in rock bands, they had a lot more ballrooms in America. Eagles, women's auxiliary, like for churches and wedding receptions. And we got a chance, our grandparents and parents, friends would own these or manage these clubs, so we got to rent them and have 600 kids come and see us on a Saturday night or Friday. And they were the best sounding halls. They were made for ballroom dancing and big band music in the 40s, during the war times and after the war times to party and celebrate. And pretty much those kind of places are being torn down even. And it's hard to even go to a function now in America. They tear them down, make parking lots.
It's my receipt for fucking baby, baby.